Welcome to Andy's Corner. What to buy the cyclist in your life. You don't have a cyclist in your life? Why not? Riding a bike is fun, man. So sitting around today trying to figure out what is it that I want to talk about for Andy's Corner, because I really don't have anything to work to do, because I came out here to change some tires because my tires that I like to ride on my roads around here were Panaracers, and the Panaracers exploded last year. Just a crack down the side. They turned into white walls, having some sealant leaking out. But those are in the trash. I'm not going to use those anymore. Panaracer, you got a problem. Anyway, the only thing left to do on this, put the saddle in, and then also I noticed on the last video when I spun that tire, it wasn't seated, so we got to fix that. But what to talk about? Thanksgiving's just behind us, and the days are getting darker, at least for a week or so, 2 weeks. What to talk about? How about what to get to your cyclist in your life for Christmas? And my advice, just don't. Just don't. No. If they send you a link to something they found on Amazon, they sent you a link. I'm trying to put the logo out here. Sent you a link to something from some accessory website, or they've gone down to the bike shop and said, "Hey, I need one of these types of things." Just go. Don't just steer away. Give them the money that they can go buy it, and tell them you want the receipt to prove that they didn't take that money and go spend it on whatever people spend money on that's not bikes. Just don't. I've been involved in more than one sport that is a specialty thing, and I got to tell you, I don't know how many times people said, "Oh, you needed this." No. No, I didn't need that. They need bottle cages. Don't buy them bottle cages. You know, bottle cages are, everything is specific. Everything about this, like on my bike, and most people who are cyclists, it's on purpose. These wheels are on purpose. These tires are on purpose. Not this chain, but the chain that's going to replace this one over there, that one's on purpose. Everything's on purpose. When it comes to bottle cages, you buy somebody a bottle cage that they don't like, and then they're stuck with it. Is that what you want to do? No. And that's not what the rider wants either. And you think a bottle cage is a bottle cage. Well, not really. There's two companies that we've met the people, been to their location, and we like both of these. They all seem to be very great people, great companies, and I hate both of their bottle cages with a passion. And you'd think, how can you have that much passion for hating a bottle cage? I have emotional problems. That's what it is. But no, I do. We have very good friends that we want to sell lots of their products, and I hate their bottle cages. If you like them, good for you. That's fine. There's no judgment. You know, it's like pedals. The pedals, and I'm not gonna lambast any companies, but like the pedals that Speedy and Josh use, they're terrible. They're just the worst pedals ever. But that's the choice that they've made. They have chosen to ruin their riding experience. I'm not here to argue with them. I will if they want me to, but I'm not here to make them feel bad. They feel bad enough every time they clip in, and it's a horrible experience. But they can do that. You're allowed to have bad choices. But now, so for us here at STS, that's part of the way that we sell a bike. You don't you're not going into a store and buying just whatever comes with that frame. We're gonna talk about it. And if you have wheels that you already like, don't buy new wheels if you don't need. There's no reason to take a stock wheel. Let's save you some money. If you have tires that you like that we don't get, because we do a lot of Terravale. We have done Panaracer in the past. I don't know. We do Pirelli, but we don't really do Rene Hirsch. That's not something we don't have a real good relationship. We're not really don't have anything against them. But if you're sitting there and you've got your tires on, why buy tires off us if you're buying a bike? So the thing that you could do for the cyclist in your life, and you wouldn't get in trouble for it, is if they're talking about buying a bike from us, and you went and said, "I'm going to go ahead and pay your deposit, that way you're committed to doing it." Yeah, then they still go through the process. But just don't worry about Christmas presents for cyclists. People buy what they need. But I was sitting at home on the way out here. I was on the treadmill this morning. Yes, I use a treadmill. And I'm thinking about, Thanksgiving's over. Christmas is in the foreview. What is it that we ought to be talking about? And I thought, well, maybe we should go deep. Well, those of you that know me can tell I'm not in the mood to go deep today. And I started thinking back to those, back in my camping days, back when I was a camp counselor and a camp director. And every year you'd always have that one kid that when it would come talent show, they had their poetry that they were going to read because they were deep and dark and mysterious. And what we used to say behind their backs, because we were nice to those people, was shut up. Just shut up. We don't want to hear how dark your thoughts and the aches of life, but it's just so terrible when you don't have any problems. You're 16, you're cute, your parents are going to pay for you to go to college. Just let it go. But so that's what I was thinking. I'm not going to go deep and do some crazy thing like that because I would have to tell myself to shut up. And I'm also surprised at how triggered I am. I'm still pissed off at this person from 25 years ago who's probably grown up and is married to a nice guy. Anyway, but there was always that kid. I don't want to be that kid today. So what can we talk about? Well, first of all, on a serious note, since I brought up dark thoughts, we are closing in on when winter starts to head towards spring. The winter solstice is coming, and the days are going to start to get longer soon. But winter's still a long period of time, and seasonal affective disorder it's a real thing. Don't mess around with it. And don't mess around with anything to do with mental health. Deal with it. Get some help. Talk to somebody. One of the strongest people I know in terms of that is Matt Tanner, and Tanner uses the term mental fitness. Don't mess around with it. Take care of yourself. And if you're suffering from seasonal affective disorder, here's some things that we've done for us. That's one of the reasons I like to go to the gym, I get warm, I get sweaty. I always try to dress warm for when I'm working out because I want to get hot and sweaty because that's what you do in the summertime. There's a pool. Our gym is the Love Center, the Love Community Center here in Rushville. Go jump in the pool. Haven't done that yet this year, but that's an option. Let's see, what else can we do? One of the things I haven't done for a while and need to do is go down to the Mocha. Go see cheery people. Mocha Moose, Rushville, Indiana, 9 o'clock, the happiest freaking people. They're crazy, they're fun. There's Notre Dame fans there. It's a good deal. The people that work there are awesome too. Let's see, what else is there? We used to go to the tanning bed. Not for bathing suit season, but for the light and the heat. Used to love doing that. Let's see. Here's one. Enjoy the night. Seasonal affective disorder, you're struggling because the light is less. Find a night that it's clear, drive out into the country, and look at the stars when it's clear and bright, and it's really cool. What else can you do? We used to have a grow light. That was a great thing to do, except for all the stoners in the neighborhood thought we were going to make them brownies. We don't do that. And lastly, start planning your races. Get ready for what you're going to do, and then get yourself on a trainer. Being on a bike trainer, the number one thing that I have done in terms of making sure seasonal affective disorder does not affect me like it used to, is I'm on a trainer. I'm on Ruby. We used to be on Zwift, but I'm on Ruby, and I'm riding, and I'm visualizing, and then we're thinking about what we're going to do in the next year. It's great. It's fantastic and I hate riding on the trainer. I hate it with a passion. But it does a lot for me. And so I make sure that I do it. I get done here, I'm gonna go do that. But yeah, seasonal affective disorder, that can be devastating. Don't mess around, man. Plan your races, do what you gotta do. Speaking of which, I gotta sign up for a race. I told Speedy I'm already signed up for one. I gotta make sure I do that. I get in so much trouble. But anyway. So talking about Christmas presents, that's not a good option. Talking about life and all of that stuff, that's not for me. What I want to do is start kind of talking about how we want to show off the SDS brand in 2026. Last few years, we go to a lot of races. We put up the tent, stay in the tent, hope somebody comes around. And I got to tell you, I don't have any interest in doing that anymore. I'm kind of sick and tired of doing that, if I'm completely honest. Because I want results. I want to do more. And I think that the thing that we need to do is to show us using our bikes. So I'm trying to figure out, what is it that we want to do? Do we want to go to a few races, just go as a team, go ride and share our experience and how much we love our bikes, or just do one big thing? Because our one epic ride that went really well. That worked really well. So I don't know. I really don't. I'm not sure exactly what we want to do to show off the bike brand. Hey, if you got any ideas though, let me know. Sometimes I read the comments. Sometimes I comment back. You never know. But yeah, I was here to mount tires, but they're not here. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching. Look for updates. We got plans coming that we want to talk about, things that we want to do. Looking forward to 2026. Enjoy Christmas, man. Check it out. Enjoy it. Listen to music. It's socially acceptable. Wear your bright red. What else? Yeah. Like, subscribe, sdsbicycles.com. Check us out. This is Andy. Boots on in the saddle, baby.